ES. Why is there's nothing on my ES chart? Oh, because I got it blanked out. All right. Speaking of blanked out, since I did that, let's look at the IPDA. Let's do the IPDA look back. The IPDA. We have taken out some highs that we were watching. Let's go on anybody who don't know the IPDA look back is, this is a tool that ICT so graciously taught us. You start wherever you are, you start where you are. But I'm just going back to look at what October has accomplished from the beginning of October. Right, so from the beginning of October, October 1st, right there, boom. So from the beginning of October, we're going to try to find in October, we had a low, and we had a high right there. Okay, so that I'm put that right there, boom. That's a high right there. That's a high right there. I'm just going back to see what we have accomplished since October 1st. Right? I'm just going back. You ain't got to like go all back like this right here, but I'm just going back. So since October 1st, why do I keep hitting cap lock? That's why I ain't nothing working right, because I keep hitting cap lock. So boom. Since October 1st, we had a high there. We had a high here, and we had a high there. So the 60-day and the 40-day, the highest high was in the same time frame. The 20-day look back on October 1st, we had a high right there, and this was the highest high. All right, so this line should actually be up there. Right, that line should actually be up there. The 40 should actually be up there. So let me adjust this because I want to be correct. Okay, so that's the highest high. So that's where that should be. 20 days back. And then the 60 and 40. The 60 and 40, that's the highest high in both the 60 and the 40-day look back at the beginning of October. We had just came down and broke this low. This was the lowest low at the beginning of October for 20 days back, and that was the lowest low for all the price ranges all the way back, right? So as October began, right, we had just bounced up, and then we quickly sold off and ran out the lowest low within 20 days, right? Boom, we ran out the lowest low within 20 days in October. Matter of fact, we ran it out on October 13th, right? So from the beginning of October, from the big first trading day of October to October 13th, the market immediately took out the sell side liquidity in the for the lowest low in the entire 60-day look back, right? So now let's fast forward to after we took out that liquidity, right? So we're gonna go, that's Friday. Let's go to the Monday after that, because this was, we ran it out on Thursday. That was Friday. We're gonna go to the Monday after we ran out that liquidity, that liquidity. So now the highest high after we ran out the liquidity on 20-day look back is there. That's close enough for government work. Then the highest high for, see, I just do this right here to get my mind in the idea of like where we are. That's the highest high on 40-day look back, and we got a high there. That's the high. Now we got a high there, and that's the highest high 20-day look back. Then for the 60-day look back, that's the highest high 60 days back, right? So after we took out that sell side liquidity, now 20 days back, the lowest low is here because we just took out sell side liquidity, had a reaction. So the lowest low is below this low at, let me get a number for those who want to hear the number, 3502 even. Right, that's the low, is low for the whole 60-day look back. There's no low lower than that. 20 days looking back, pretend like y'all can't see these candles right here because that those candles don't exist. yet. Those candles don't exist. We're looking back, right? So we have a high right here at 38.20, right? We have the highest high of the 20-day look back right here at 39.36.25. We have a high in the 40-day look back at 41.75. We have the highest high of the 40-day look back at 42.17.25. Then we have the highest high in the 60-day look back at 43.27.50, right? We also, let me see, we went into there. We pretty much then took care of that fair value gap right here. We pretty much took care of that fair value gap in between there. It's a little bit, a little bit from going all the way up to it, but yeah, we pretty much took care of it. We got a daily volume imbalance in there. These are all the different PDA. We got a fair value gap there. We have we got an order block right here. We got a bearish order block right here. Just the different PDAs that's above price. Right, just looking at the different PDAs above price. That's what you want to do with the IPDA look back, right? The lovely benefit of hindsight. We zoom out to November, the beginning of November. So we're gonna go to November 1st, right? The market started pushing up, and we got to the first trading day of November, right? So on the first trading day of November, we took out one high that was within the 20-day look back, and we came up very close, almost kissed, waved at it really good, almost kissed the highest high of the 20-day look back at the beginning of November. And then the 40-day and the 60-day highs are still pretty much the same. Yes, I'll take some tater tots. What are you making with the tater tots?
I was going to make like a cup or something. I don't know. I was fixing potato sauce. I don't know what I'm going to make with it.
Put up. Do we got some hamburger buns enough?
Wait.
All the iron is in the furnace. Don't let them break the furnace.
Oh yeah, we do.
I know, but I
okay. Put me one of them patties in the oven. I do it. Just you go ahead and cook the tater tots. I'll do the patty. I don't like the way you said I don't like the way you said it. I don't like the way you said Okay. Okay, now we good. We good. What was I saying? I lost train of thought. But anyway, we came to November, right? We came to November, and in November we had taken out this high. We took out the first high in the 20-day look back, came very close to the second high, to the highest high of the 20-day look back, right? And we took care of a couple PDAs. We hit some fair value gaps in this order block. We came into this order block that was within the 20-day look back, and we reacted off of that order block without taking the high, right? So we hit the order block within the 20-day look back, and we reacted off of it. We didn't take the high. So boop, the order block stopped us in our track. That was right at that breaking market structure. Looking at that order block was right in line with a mitigation block also. Yes, that order block right here, for those that don't know, this green up close candle right here, that's the order block I'm talking about. And this red down close candle right here, that's the mitigation block that I'm talking about. So now that makes sense to have come back to a mitigation block and then pull back down. That makes sense because we were in a discount. We pushed up into a premium and hit a mitigation block, and then we reversed, right? So now that we hit that mitigation block and we reversed, right, we came back down to an order block right here, right there at a breaking market structure. We have this 2-day order block that we came down into right there, right here at a daily breaking structure, right? So we came up, came down, took off, came back to the breaking structure right there at that order block right there. So came up, breaking market structure on the daily here, pulled back down to this down close candle right there, which is an order block. got the pang out, right? Came up, took out this high, hit this breaker, I mean this order block and this mitigation block. Then we came back down into this order block right here, right at this breaking market structure right there. And then after we hit that, pang out again, not really a big pang out because we came up, came back down, and then came up. Because if notice, when we came back down to this order block, right? We put this, how you know stuff is fractal. You know it's fractal because these are daily candles, but it's acting out just like intraday price action, right? Let's see how it acted out just like intraday price action, right? We came up, got a breaking market structure here, pulled back down to this order block right there, took off, got a breaking market structure there, came up to this order block and this mitigation block, pulled back down, right? Pull back down. Where did it pull back down to? This order block right here. It stopped this order block. And if you notice, this order block here came in contact with this order block here. Y'all know what I say. Whenever you have a order block trade down into an order block, when it take back off, the price is going to come back down and it's going to stop at that higher order block. And there it is right there. Stopped at the higher order block, then pushed up. Now, this order block came into that order block. Price went up, hit this fair value gap right there. And then what did it do? Came back down to this order block that had just traded into that order block that had just traded into that order block. Stack on stack on stack on stack. You see what I'm saying? Came back down to that order block. When we got the news, right? This right here, this is why you trust the price action, but since we had the news in front of it, my rules say don't get into nothing until you know the unknown variable. Shout out people. I had people that called me. I had people that inboxed me. I had people that text me that said, boy, when you told me to look at that order block we was coming down to and we was getting ready to go into CPI, I got them calls and them things went to 800%. You know what I'm saying? I had people call me, inbox me, all kind of people hitting me up. Matter of fact, the homie Zay was like, boy, you better start taking your own advice. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about taking my own advice. It's about my rules. There's been plenty times where I got burnt in front of big news. That's why it's a rule now that I don't put on no new position right in front of the news. If I'm not already in it, I don't put on a new position right in front of the news. That's just my rule. You ain't got to have my rules. You know what I'm saying? But so now back to what we were saying. Now that we that brings us to where we are now. Let's come over here and we're just gonna put it. We're gonna put the we're gonna put it on the last day we traded. Right? We're gonna put it on the last day we traded. And so 20 days back, we've already taken out the highest high 20 days back. We don't have anything but a low 20 days back. We don't even have a PD array 20 days back, right? We don't even have a PD array 20 days back. The only thing we have 20 days back is, we got PD arrays below us. We have a daily fair value gap here below us. We got a daily fair value gap here below us. All right. This other stuff, I'm just gonna delete all that other stuff, all that other TDA stuff I had. I'm just deleting it all because we're just gonna start over anew. So fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody dope as me.